Well, hello everybody.
Hi.
We're here. We're live. It's Greg is that way from me. And I am David. You guys know us. We're here hanging out. We're gonna be building something that came today. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Ender V2. Yeah. So welcome if you're here. If you're not here, you're still welcome, but you won't hear me welcoming you. So
Now, this was your Cyber Monday deal, was it not?
yeah. So my wife was very kind and said, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And I would love to get you a printer. And then I said, "Cool." And I took to that was like Friday. So I was actually looking on Friday on the Amazons, and I found a few. I discussed them with Greg. We found. What was an Anycuba Mega X was one of them that I was looking at. The CR10 V3 and the Ender 3 V2. And on Friday, the Ender 3 V2 was not on sale, so it was coming between the Mega X and possibly a V3 for a CR10. But yeah, as Greg posts and comments, it's the Anycuba Mega X is a wicked looking printer. Haven't used one yet, but it is 12 volts, right?
That's a little old school.
Wah, wah. And then it for a newer printer too. And when I say newer, in the last year, it's using the Tri-Gorilla board, which has dip connectors in it, but it another wah wah, no trinamic drivers. So
Yeah,
wah, wah, wah.
you'd think they put like 2208s because you could just pop them in there and
Right?
then instant upgrade,
And you just
right?
run
And
them in standalone mode, no UART, no necessary, right?
they could pre-configure their firmware on their site and then sell an upgrade kit where you just have to pop in the drivers,
Yeah,
flash it, and away you go.
it'd be easy.
But
Hello, SPC3D. Welcome. Good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well. Hello. But yeah, so that's what it came down to. Um, and then on Monday, Cyber Monday, the V2 dropped in price. So it came down lower than the V3 was. So that was the end game. We got Greg coming in through NDI, and it looks like his internet just kicked in, and all of a sudden he's huge.
well,
There, we'll just
this
recenter
this
you.
this is more about you anyway. So you
Yeah,
can take me off the screen if you like,
we,
and
we'll hide
let's
you.
focus on your build.
Right. Hey, I can't speak for Greg, but myself, I am doing fairly fantastic. Thank you.
I am good. I had my first day back at my office job today, out of quarantine for 14 days. So yay!
Yay, the Greg came
I
back.
never I never got sick once, but I couldn't go into work, and so I got stuck at home. So I was very happy to actually be around other humans and could be out in the world. So it was very nice.
And then there's me. This is the room I work in. This is the room that I have fun in. But you know what? I'd rather do this than the alternative right now. So,
Yep,
yep.
absolutely.
All right. So I'm gonna switch the feeds. You'll see both of us. Greg, my good friend Greg, will be probably
Mini
watching.
me.
Yeah, mini mead. But he'll also be watching chat and making sure we don't miss anything. So he will be the interrupting panda or whatever that is, right? All right. So here's my here we go. Here we go. All right. So we have this lovely box that was delivered with care at about 12:30 today. And yeah, so we got the Ender 3 V2. The seller, this guy was the that Comgrow, Com something,
Compro.
Com something, yeah. It is from the box and everything. Like this is literally a Creality printer. It's not like a rebranded printer or anything. which I had talked to Greg about a bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just a reseller like Spool or
Yeah,
um, anyone else.
yeah. And speaking of, so like we got this for, well, I got it for a really good deal on Black Friday. Um, the regular price on these guys on the Canadian Amazon anyway was like $420. This is Calm Grow. Yeah, Calm Grow. I always get their name wrong, but apparently they're one of the longest resellers for Creality on the Amazon. So yeah, but what was this? Oh yeah, the retail cost was about $4. It went on $100 off, and I was looking, and you can actually buy them new from some places for around $350 in Canada. So when you look at the price of an Ender Pro in Canada, which is like I don't know, like what, $325 usually. They're fairly comparable, but you get the upgraded board in these ones. So yeah, if you can grab one of these on a good deal. So here is the fancy dancy user manual. We'll probably open it. We don't need to open it, but it has the warranty card and all that stuff in it. So that's
It's got the triangle leveler.
yeah, the free
paper.
leveling device. And then you got, yeah, your, what is it, 2020? No, yeah, 2020. So this will be for X gantry and the top. Similar to the, very similar, you know, it's an Ender.
Is the rod inside there?
I'm sure it is. I haven't seen it yet. Usually they put it on the bottom in that plastic tube, so.
Well, sometimes they put the plastic
Oh,
tube
yeah.
in a piece. So
Sometimes it's in this piece. Nope, not that piece. So we got, what else we got? Ooh. Come out. There we go.
hopefully you can't hear my dog barking in the background.
Oh, not too loud anyway. If we do, it's a doggy in the background. Yeah, so we have the extruder and it has the nut for the Z assembly on there. So again, this is very, very reminiscent of just a regular Ender, which I'm not surprised at.
I thought the V2 was more put together. I didn't realize it was still a kit.
It's still a kit, but they consider it a more complete kit than like a straight up like, here's your A-Net A8 in a box. Good luck.
Well, that was a mess.
Oh man, that thing was a hot mess. But you did good on it. Oh
Well-
man, this was good in there. So this is the screen, and apparently, when I was reading, it is detachable. I'm not sure why you would detach it, but it is detachable. Yep. So it snaps off from the base.
Now, is it a touch screen or is it a?
No, this one is just a mat. Like so, you use the knob to navigate it.
Okay, but it's graphical.
Yep.
rather than the text.
Right. It's a full color. Like I haven't fired this one up, but obviously we know about them. It's full color, and they've done all their custom graphics, and it looks
Cool.
pretty sharp. So, and it has the Ender logo on top of it. One thing that I've seen and heard a lot of on the CR6, this is like a shiny, high gloss plastic around, and it's warped. Whereas on the V2, they went with this matte molded screen. So I mean,
I like the matte better. It's not a fingerprint magnet.
right? Like I've touched it a lot, and you can't even tell. So the screen, it came out of the box. Let's see what else we got. Nothing down that hole. Oh, we've got the spool holder down that hole. Again, it's the exact same, almost, if not the exact same as like the Ender Pro or Ender First Edition, as you would call it. So we'll just slide that there. Let's see what we got going here. It looks like we're ready to actually lift this out of the box. So we're just gonna see if we can't coax this up this way. And then the extruder assembly is attached already. Just looking at it right now, it's the same extruder that the regular enders have. So you're not getting like a upgraded like all metal whatever. No, it does have a silicone sock on it. But other than that, it's the, I shouldn't say the same because I'm not sure if the Ender 3s come with silicone socks yet or not. I know the pros did, so that's a slight difference in upgrade. Now it's interesting because this printer is supposed to take the spot of the Ender, so it's in the lineup for taking the spot of the Ender 3. So that it's basically replacing that in the eyes of Creality. So again, looks pretty good. We're just gonna make sure the cable here on this side doesn't run under funny on the bed or anything like that. It comes out nice. This moves.
How's the bed? Is it loose or is it?
Oh, we're gonna check that. Let's do it. Oh yeah, we got some wobbles, and the frame is not level, so we're gonna have to fix that too, which is understandable. But let's just make sure we're not riding. Aha! That was the issue. We were riding on the. Let's see if we can get it out. This display cable was underneath. I'm like, I've never seen one that wonky. So there we go. Let's see now. Wow. Nothing. We're good. So we got a little. Is there a little? Yeah, there's a little play in the bed, but you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty. Yeah, we could probably tighten it a bit. Now all of these, all the wheels are loose.
And the power supply is integrated in the bottom of this one, correct?
Yeah. So we'll flip it over in a second because I'm going to tighten the bed up. But yeah, the power supply and everything on these ones. Let's just make sure we get this back on. There we go. So I just gave them a little tighten. I didn't do crazy right now. Yeah, so let's see what we can do. Just flip this over. It's not that heavy, guys. I just like making noises. Alright, yeah, so it's similar, I guess we could actually, it's very similar to the original one, except they've moved the power supply here, so it's underneath on the back of the printer now. Power cable comes up the back. There's the power switch. That does.
Oh, and then it has the drawer in it with all the tools.
Yeah, which there's nothing in it right now, so I'll have to look in the box because I haven't found, like, I found the bag with the instructions, but there should be like a filament and like the
should be nippers. It should be everything.
So we'll find that in a sec. The feet on it are noticeably larger than the Pro or the Ender. They're,
so you got how much? You got what, a centimeter clearance?
Yeah, give or take. Here, let's see if we can tip this up. So here we go. So yeah, you got about centimeter clearance, 10 millimeters, or about a quarter inch. You know, depending on where you live in the world.
Yeah, so that'll give you that'll give you enough airflow.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then being a little beefier, these are still soft rubber, so they'll actually help and dampen the vibrations from the printer too. So while I got it upside down here, I'm just gonna give the wheels a little test spin underneath the bed. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. I think we're probably okay. I'll check the bed again and we'll just make sure. But it looks like the display cable, they've actually done a really nice job. It comes under the drawer and it just gets looped underneath a bit of plastic there, so it's not going to get in the way. You can see that these cables, however, come right up from the power supply on these guys, and they've built a piece of the case and they've zip tied quite tightly. I can see that the zip tie is shifted, but like it'll still do the job, but it's quite tight so that they don't move back under the printer in operation, which is good. So I think we're okay there. So let's flip this guy over.
Yeah, just see if you can find the rest of the screws and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna dive back into the box there. Yeah, see, that's pretty good. I can't complain. It's not like jiggly. So nice strain relief. So the pros had it, the originals didn't, but the strain relief is on there too. So, and then just notably, the other cables come up just like on the other ender. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see what we can't find in the box still. I think there's a whole other layer I haven't been through, guys. There's a whole other layer. Let's do this. All right, so here, yeah, and the rod is inside the extrusion there. So we've got the side extrusion. We'll just flop that there. We'll do the, let's see how we're doing on the, in the package it rolls pretty good, so I'll have to take it out and give it the old roll test. We've got the other X guide, so there we go. The ever important motor. So this pack, I'm just gonna grab all of this now. This, if you've opened an ender of any variety, you will be very familiar with all the parts you get in this. I just saw a screw in the box. So we have a loose M4 screw from something.
Check all your end stops.
Yep. All right, so let's see here. That end stop's in there. It's not moving. We're fine. The other one is in good. I can't really see any place where we would be missing one, so I think we're okay. So here's the rod. We're gonna put the rod on the bed. It is not bad. I gave it the good drumstick test and it did not wobble. So we have a relatively straight Z-rod. Now this little screw, yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna put him in a safe spot though, right here, and then if we find it. Now one thing I should mention that I didn't, I'm a bad person. The one notable difference of this guy is right here. So the Ender V2, it does have the belt adjuster for
Nice.
your tension, and it comes with that, and it is paired with the exact same thing for your x-axis. So
X-axis. Nice.
yeah. So, and it looks like they use the screw did not come from them because they use flush mount end screws, not the ones with the pan heads. So yeah, everything else is the same. We got the same tools, nippers. We've got the ever important pin. It's $2.49. Oh, you cray. What's
Isn't the
it's like bedtime. Thanks for coming though. Isn't the what?
isn't the like fan shroud a little different?
Yes, we'll get to that for sure. So the fan shroud on the extruder here, boop, boop, it's this molded plastic instead. It has a very similar scoop for the airflow, but it's shrouded plastic, and the screws, so they used to be on the front to take this apart, but now they've moved the screws to the back. So when you're going to be working on the hot end, the screws actually come in from the opposite side. Better or worse, I don't know.
So now I can't remember. Is there a spot to attach BL Touch if you wanted to on these?
Yep. So on the one side of the extrusion here, let's see if we can.
There's a couple holes to mount the.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Does it use the same kit, do you think, as the previous one?
Yeah, well, no, right? Because the original kit went off of the idea that you had the original board.
No. But what I mean is, the physical mount. Does it look like it would be the same physical bracket?
Oh yeah. They would use the same bracket. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But they wouldn't send you the pin adapter or anything like that because
because it's a 32-bit board, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't need it. And I do believe, I haven't looked. We can look now. Why not? Yeah, the new board is a full-size SD card. So yeah. Other than that, we're all out.
I think it's the same board that I just put in the Legend.
No, because does that one have a full SD card on it?
Yeah, full size SD
Okay,
card
then probably.
and 2208s in standalone mode.
Now, I do know that this is a different board than they have put in the CR6 because it does not catch fire. And that's
At least not yet.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that kind of made me lean this way. Like the CR6 is essentially this printer, but it has some bells and whistles, and yeah, it has a faulty power switch that sparks and will catch fire. Creality apologized profusely, by the way, for that. They're really sorry. And then it also has a problem with a transistor on the board that down steps the current for the stepper drivers.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like.
And it smokes, and they've apologized for that. So I think they should just quit smoking. And
So you should. What you're saying is you should upgrade to the CR6 to the CR6 Big Tree Tech board.
if you're gonna do it, replace that power supply, and yeah, maybe like buy the Big Tree Tech board. And at that point, you could have just bought an Ender and had all of the features except the auto leveler.
Right.
So I'm just getting some of the screws and stuff out of the bag here, so bear with me. Interestingly enough, it's a full-size SD card on the front, and this is a micro SD card.
They don't give you an adapter?
You have it in the USB. I don't see any. I don't see like a full-size adapter for it. So just so happens I have a full-size SD card to my left, so I'm okay. But oh, the light speed, what up? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Well, I guess I don't see you, but it's really nice to see your name. So I'm just gonna turn this thing around on the bench here or table, and then give it a good look at the front before we start building it. This by no means is like an assembly guide, y'all. If you want an assembly guide, did we put the one up we made? I can't remember. I'll have to double check. We have an assembly guide we've made for another entity, a public entity. I'm not sure if it made it. If it didn't, we'll post it up and get that. This is just us hanging out, building this printer.
Lightspeed.
I lied.
Was it you that posted the mount for a mosquito hot end that you were working on Twitter the other day?
All right. So interestingly enough, the power supply goes on underneath. Oh yeah, he did.
That looked really nice.
Yeah, it did. It looked very good.
What what printer did you print that on?
So like one thing here, guys, it looks like the extrusion, they're just using the extrusion they had left over because they've got mounting holes. So you can see here and here, those would be for the power supply. So they do have, they haven't used different extrusion.
Oh, cool.
It's actually for an unreleased hot end slice has yet to release. Cool. I'm debating a legit mosquito right now. I would love to put one on my CR10. We have some non-legit mosquitoes to see if they're worth it, and that's coming up. But.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a manual. We've done this a few times. Yeah, it's a manual from Creality. Let's just flip through it, see how it is.
It probably melts plastic like crazy. I bet.
Wow.
Which printer are you putting it on?
So this is pretty much the same instructions as the regular Ender. I haven't checked the voltage yet, but we will, and Greg's gonna remind me to.
So like that thing's like their
Massive big.
volcano-esque.
It's going on a rail car.
Man,
I was gonna say you're
you're
gonna have to move fast to spit that out, like to get
man,
use out of it.
you'll need like massive spools and are you putting a 1 mil nozzle on it?
It's gonna be big, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, let the madness begin. See what screws they want us to use in the bottom because they send so many.
Wow. That thing's gonna like spit out plastic like nobody's business.
31 hexagon M5. Hexagon square head spring washer combination. Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's open it up.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like water. No,
A 1.8 nozzle, like yeah, that would just be like, oh man.
Well, you need the rail core or something.
That's when you need the 2.85 mil filament. You can get that for cheap now.
Nobody wants to carry it because it's going out. No, going out's the wrong word. It's just less popular at the moment. Let's see what we got here. Is this way? Should go this way? Should go... I don't think it matters per se, but we'll go this way. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know me or haven't watched the videos, I can't feel my hands. So we drop a lot of stuff.
We as in David.
Yeah, Greg usually is there to help me out. But COVID.
I would love a genuine slice hot end, but I have 3 kids and a wife and a small budget.
That sounds like the country song.
I want to. I want one though.
No, it's not cold up here. It's neurological. I just can't feel my hands always. It makes it really handy though when I'm trying to pick up hot stuff.
Yeah, and then he burns himself on the hot end because he didn't realize it.
Yep, gets kind of messy. What was that? That was on those infinity ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, you grabbed it and burnt a big hole in your finger.
That lasted for a couple weeks too. Actually, you know what? It's not that cold here right now either. Gotta say, it's not balmy by any means, but for right now in November, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Reach out to them, guys. I'm sure they will work some. I'm sure. I would love to have them supply like the real one, and then we could go real versus clone and absolutely destroy the clone. I am sure.
Oh, I guarantee it would destroy the clone. It is December.
Yep.
It is December, yeah.
It's valid points. Stacy is upstairs watching the stream, y'all.
Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. Clones are legally sold in North America and China, apparently, because that's where these came from.
Yeah, these are like the phony Triangle Labs. You know what's funny? They're phony Triangle Lab. They're Triangle Labs, and they have a Big Tree Tech fan on them.
Yep, it's the weirdest combination. I heard that there was some patent disputes going on, which might shut down the clone army. Yeah, and that's what I've
Yeah,
heard.
I would really prefer. Um, I've changed my cloned hot ends that came on a couple of my printers. Like for example, the uh, the Chiron has Anycubic has had a what is the V5 cloned hot end thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I switched that, and that one has the Humera now. Saved up all my pennies, and then the my 8 actually has a real E3D on it. So it I do find that the knockoff like stuff is crappy.
Yeah.
I tried the
What
3D touch.
Yeah, those things were
Oh
great.
man, those
Loved
things
them.
are so crappy.
The only
The
thing,
pins break. It doesn't hold the pin up the whole time. So I've replaced everyone I have with a real genuine BL touch, but they're so much better.
yeah, Slice is not out. And
So
that's one thing that they've said all along is they're patented, they're not open source, and
yeah, and I tell you, you do get what you pay for, and um, we we just wanted to try these.
yeah, they're
But
probably gonna get thrown
I don't
out.
think I would probably recommend them to anyone.
I definitely wouldn't because, like, just without even hooking it up, it doesn't come with anything. Granted, we didn't order it with anything, but like, it legitly doesn't come with anything. You have to provide all your other outsourced parts, high temp cartridges, thermistors. I mean, by the time you do that, you might as well. You're halfway to a legit. The BL Touches from such a good place and family. They're yeah.
Yeah,
They are very cheap. There's
and they're inexpensive.
yes, yeah.
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap. They're inexpensive.
The cheap ones, in my opinion, the cheap ones are the 3D touch. The inexpensive ones and
Yes.
high quality ones are the BL touch.
Yes.
I will highly recommend a BL touch to anyone over a 3D touch.
I'm glad Creality started using genuine Bond tech. Yeah.
I agree.
Totally. I'm kind of disappointed that they. One thing with Creality is they stopped using the Capricorn tubing on lots of their stuff, like this one, for example. It seems as though they're going back to like cheaper Teflon for some reason.
I think they I think they will only put it on a printer if it costs $100 or
Yeah,
more,
That's fair. That's
or
fair.
$600 or more kind of thing. Because I think they build it into the cost, and the rest of them, they sell so many of the cheaper ones. They need to make some profit, and so they're not going to eat up the profit with Capricorn, even though Capricorn is great, and I've got it on a bunch of my printers.
One thing, and I said this when we were assembling our last pros too. I'll say it again. I like the fact that Creality is labeling the baggies now. They weren't for the longest time, so you kind of had to guess like, oh, I need to put an M545 in the bottom or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you're kind of guessing, but now you know that it's an M545. So.
Absolutely.
But you know what? I am definitely. I want to get the Bond Tech gears on this guy too. So we will see where that leads. Stacy's probably upstairs going no.
I'll have to watch your mosquito video, Lightspeed, because I see you posted it 6 days ago. I haven't looked at it yet, so.
Darn bag, can't get in it. Let's see if this is the right. Oh yeah.
How do you like your Model 3?
It's better than the Model 2. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, this is gonna take. I'm gonna lose that screw from holding it.
I took one for a test drive, When was that, David? That was like
Mm,
that was
that
in that was like
that
June or
was
something.
yeah. It was just before Calgary was getting too bad to be in. So,
And oh man, so nice. So nice. I want one so bad.
did you hear the S fell off the Consumer Report for buying for best electric vehicle?
Yeah, Consumer Reports bounces all over the place on that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I tried the this was before the full self-driving beta was out. But I tried the Navigate on autopilot. It was awesome. And then I took my kids and my father-in-law or my stepdad out in it, and we put it in sport mode. And it was the performance one, I think, is the one that I was trying. And I did the little 0 to 60. They they were just like amazed. They were it was like driving a little roller coaster. It was so fun. Yeah.
Wee zoom.
I have a reservation for the Cybertruck.
Yup. The real question is it going to be kept?
You know, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm saving. I'm saving all my pennies.
Can you save
So
mine too?
um so we'll see when it actually when they get the Texas plant built. Um, mind you, I just watched Long Way Up.
You're welcome.
Have you guys watched that yet? With Ewan McGregor, and they've got the Harley electric bikes and the two Rivian trucks that are in the fleet. They were in the they had the beta, well not beta, but the early type 001 and 002 of the Rivian trucks, and they went from South America up. Holy cow, those are nice looking trucks too. But I mean, they look like a regular truck. You know, they don't stand out like a Cybertruck does, but yeah, they're pretty nice. And they just announced pricing on that one. That and they have a SUV version of that too. Yeah, I agree. No one is close to Tesla. And I can't wait till Rivian, no, not Rivian, Lucid comes out with their Air technology and whatnot, because that'll finally give the S a run for its money. But not many people will be able to afford that one. And your super charging network is amazing. Like it's all over the place. We have one close by. It's not in Lethbridge. It's in Fort McLeod, just half hour away, kind of
Well,
thing.
yeah, not far, right? We could
But I mean,
utilize
if
it.
if if I had a Tesla and I drove back and forth to work every day, I don't need supercharging for that, because it's literally takes me 10 minutes to get from my less than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I think it's 7 minutes to go
we're
from my house door to my office parking lot.
super close.
So
Super close.
there's only 100,000 people in the city we live in. So
There's what? There's gotta be more. No, I'm just kidding. I know that
nice,
there's not more.
nice.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, my dad's
As it
down in
goes.
Costa Mesa, so I'd love to have a road trip and drive like a Cybertruck or a Tesla all the way from here and down to visit and back, and never have to hit a gas station. Nice.
I took the road trip. Okay, now which one are you? Are you this one? Yes, you are this one. Okay, that is good. Get this.
I need something big enough though, because I've got 3 teenagers at home now. So if we do a road trip, I need something I can fit all of them in. It's one thing for me and my wife to go on a road trip together or something, but if we're going on a big road trip, they're most likely going to come with us.
No,
So
we'll leave them at home.
I need something big. I don't think even a Model Y would do it. It'd have to be a Model X or the Cybertruck.
Just over there like that, and then I can get this down. Yes.
The only thing I don't like about the Model X is, in Canada anyway, a lot of people have problems with the doors because all the snow falls in.
Yeah, it's too cold.
We will always take live questions, Tyler.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
You bring it up. We're just talking
bring
Tesla
it up and
because somebody said Tesla.
We'll try to answer it.
We suffer from squirrel syndrome sometimes, but yeah, you got a question, you shoot.
We'll let David plug away, and I can feed him the question if you've got one, and then I'm sure we can put our heads together and give you some sort of answer.
Yeah, I mean, not come up with an answer. That's not what I meant. We'll have an answer.
Don't know if it'll be a good answer, but what's that?
Hey, it'll be a great answer. We're really good at answering. There we go. That? Nope. Bad. You come back here. All right. Let's get this other screw in here. This is like, in my opinion, the hardest part of the whole assembly, because you got to get the screw into the little tiny hole behind, and when you can't actually like maneuver your fingers, it's kind of hard.
And now we wait. Yes. Tyler, are you going to give us a question?
We're dying here, buddy. Just kidding. We're not dying. You
the suspense is killing us.
Well, I'm new, and I got a squirrel as well. I am brand new to 3D. What? You read it, Greg.
I'm brand new to 3D printing. Ender 3 Pro V1. Trying to do a BL touch, and I'm beyond frustrated with how to flash the firmware.
Have you watched our video?
The little, I don't know if I have one here, but the little programmer dongle and whatnot to flash it is a bit of a pain because, it does not have a bootloader.
Oh, yeah. Good. What board are you flashing to, too, right?
It's the Ender 3 Pro, the regular Ender 3 Pro that he's flashing to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no upgrades. Okay.
So you have to. It's a little tricky, but you have to flash it with the proper bootloader. If you follow you got
an SKR? So he's got an SKR.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got, I think he means maybe he means big, do you mean Big Tree Tech SKR?
No, he says,
yes, version 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's easy.
We say that
relatively. So you got VS Code. So what is the problem? Like,
are you trying to upload via the USB cable, or are you flashing and putting it on the card? Which way are you doing? Via USB or via SD? There we go. That's in there. Because we can help you. This is one we can answer.
We can. We've all done this many times.
Yes. You tell me. So the easiest way to do this is going to be get your VS Code, get it to compile. At the very end of the VS Code, once it's compiled successfully, you will go into your project folder.
Yep.
And there will be a bin file called firmware.bin, and then you put that onto the SD card, and then from there you can but from there you would
power it up,
wait a few seconds, it'll turn on. Now what you have to make sure, okay, wait, where do I get VS Code? He said he watched the video. I don't know.
So VS Code you can download from. If you do a Google search for VS Code, you can download it from Microsoft. It's a free tool. So get VS Code. And there we have a video on our site that covers downloading VS Code.
I gotcha.
And installing it. So it's don't be intimidated too much. Like, you don't have to be a programmer to do this. You get VS Code. Once you get it, you can check out our video. But once you get it, on the left-hand side, there's a plugins portion that you click on, and then that's where you have to download or install the plugin. No, you don't need to get it from GitHub.
No.
You go to here. I'll find the link. I'll put it in chat.
Lightspeed. Here's the thing with TH3D. Tim does good work. I'm going to preface that. But when it comes to firmware, I've always... Now, I'm going to throw this one out here. Greg, if you want to throw that link in the chat for VS Code.
I am.
I'm just gonna throw this out here. Like, I am a programmer.
I am not.
And Greg is not. But oh well, thank you. We appreciate that. The reason that I gravitate towards doing vanilla Marlin yourself. So if you have an Ender, work off that example config, get everything in there, is because the vanilla Marlin changes often right now, and the TH3D stuff, although really good, again, good stuff, does change, but it changes at a slower rate, so you might be missing some stability releases that happen in the vanilla Marlin that fix some of the bugs that we hear about, like poor SD card writing for the what do you call it, phase mode, right? Some of that stuff gets fixed as the revisions go along. So that's kind of why I gravitate towards doing vanilla VS Code. But the TH3D stuff is good. I have used it. We flashed, we used the TH3D firmware for the CR Max that we opened on our channel.
We did,
because the screen firmware, we weren't about to touch that part of it, and we just didn't want to. Basically, it's at work, and we don't have time to write custom firmware at work when we're dealing with 100 other things. So
the first link is to download VS Code. The second link is the instructions of how to install and compile Marlin with VS Code. But once you get VS Code installed, you need to click on the little icon on the left, which, let me just bring up my VS Code so that I'm telling you, it's the extension or plugins, I think, icon.
Yeah. Tiny Machines does have good firmware, actually. I agree with that, Lightspeed.
You click on the extensions, go Control-Shift-X, and then you choose the Platform I/O plugin. And once you do that, you can then get your Marlin download from the Marlin site, and then that way you can compile it all. And if you follow the guide, it works pretty good. And if you need help configuring any of the little little pieces to it. You said, now, did you say you're putting a BL Touch on it too?
Yeah. I think he's trying to do the BL Touch. Yep. Yeah, you'll have to edit the firmware. Now, one thing that we haven't done that we are going to do is we don't offer support on the firmware we will be posting, but we will post firmware for like the BL Touch and other printers that we have. Yes, you will have to edit it. For the BL Touch.
and the BL Touch, configuring it is pretty straightforward. What you'll do is you can grab uh, you download the Marlin configs folder from the Marlin site, and when you do that, it'll have a Ender 3 profile with BL Touch. You can grab that, and then all you have to do is change your board in there to the Big Tree Tech board, and then just go in and modify the drivers to be the what's on the V2? Is that 2208s or 2209s? I can never remember.
Neither can I. I think they're 2209s.
Well, you would set it to what you have on that Big Tree Tech board. I think it was 2208. But that wasn't the dip, was it?
Oh, hey, I found where that other screw goes.
Tyler, was that a dip, or was that the one with the integrated stepper drivers on the Big Tree Tech board? Can't remember what the V2 has. I think it's integrated, right?
The V2 is integrated because the dip isn't at another level.
But I think it's 2208s.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You know what? I have a thing called the internet, and I can tell you.
I understand. The internet is a wise, sagely. 2208. He says.
Yeah, 2208. Yeah, that's what I thought. So so you'll just go in and edit the Ender config. It's pretty straightforward, and David does an excellent job in outlining how to get the configs and configuring them in the video. So yeah, feel free to look at that video over, and if you get stuck, you can always reach out.
Mm-hmm. We're here
either here on YouTube or on our Facebook, either one, and one of us can give you a hand. I just did my Ender with the BL Touch, and I went with the SKR board, SKR 1.4 turbo with 2209s or 2209. So I basically did the same thing you just did, only with my Ender. So with slightly different board, but they configured the same way. You don't do Facebook?
Yeah, you can email us.
Yeah,
our email addresses are on the website.
Yeah, on our our website is www.3dmakeit.ca. But Greg at 3dmakeit.ca will get me.
What gets me?
And what?
What gets me?
David at 3dmakeit.ca gets David.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you can fire us an email and we can try to help you out.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice about Facebook Messenger, for example, a lot of times people will, chat to us, and if they're having problems, we can send them a little video and stuff through Facebook Messenger or whatever. That works. Now, yeah, but whatever. You don't have to be on Facebook. I'm not encouraging it because I know a lot of people hate Facebook. So it's all good.
Come on, little guy. Come out of there. Yeah, and the one comment Lightspeed had was the BL Touch is not really needed on the Ender Lamo. It's a smaller printer, and there is the argument that for smaller printers, you definitely it can be auto, or you don't really need to have an auto leveler, and I don't disagree with that. But for me, when 90% of my print jobs are coming like when I'm not here.
Doing a bit here on camera.
It is
Oh,
it's very hi Julia. Greg's wife's home. Surprise.
here's one for you too.
Aw, thank you. Stacy never comes and visits me.
That was my wife, everybody.
I could send my phone number to you in an email. Hey, whatever you're comfortable to, we will we'll help you out. If you email us, we can set something up.
Tyler, where are you located? Are you in the States, in Europe, in Canada, in Australia?
Laughing out loud. Hi. Yeah. Every now and again we get visitors. So I'm just checking the attention right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, on the rollers. So the 3 rollers, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Have an eccentric spacer, which our awesome Tspring shirts have an explanation for. But the spacer basically tightens and loosens the inside wheel, and it will either make these wheels grab harder or let loose. So the ideal configuration for these is literally just tight enough. So we don't, if they're spinning, that's too loose. If they're not moving at all, you just want to get
MN,
to
that's is that Minnesota? MN?
Montana.
No, is that Montana?
Montana.
Wow, you are like just like a 45-minute drive to the border from us.
We could throw rocks at you almost. Alright, I'm happy with that side. Let's check this side. They're not moving. Let's get the Now this one's annoying because the tightener for this one's on the bottom wheel, I think. Yeah.
No Minnesota.
No Minnesota. Oh, no Minnesota. I was wrong. Sorry, it's been how many it's been a very many years since I took US geography. But I did know all of the state capitals in the states at one point in my life. It's pretty good. Right? That's good there. We're really good. And then we check the bed. It's not wobbly, so we're happy there. When I built it, I made sure that all of the corners here were square. So that's squared off. I loosened the stepper motor a bit. The coupler, remember that missing screw, Greg? Or the Randall screw? It was from the coupler.
Oh, okay.
So it was missing a screw, and the other one was actually overly
Almost
tight.
falling out.
Yeah. So I just heard the scary USB unplugging sound, and I'm hoping none of my cameras shut off.
No, I can. Well, so far I see you and I see the video. Unless you're
we're good. We're
you're
live.
still moving.
Yeah. So we've got that all built. The gantry set up. Everything here is good. This was moving up and down before I made sure I had.
Tyler, we're also
motion.
on Twitter too. If you want to reach out to us.
Yeah. Now,
unless you don't do Twitter,
you might do Twitter,
which is okay too.
So now that everything's good, you'll notice that I didn't do the top up yet because what do I have in my hand? Right, this goes on. That's loose. I just wanted to make sure everything looks square, y'all. No, I did not forget. Your videos are the best I've seen. Keep up the. Hey man, we sure appreciate that. We
yeah, we do.
We try our best to put informative, to the point kind of stuff out. You know.
I've been slacking, and so I'm sorry.
Well, this one's gonna get new wheels, Greg. Tell you what, this is gonna get polycarbonate wheels very soon.
Oh yeah.
There's damage in shipping on the left-hand side. One of the
So like
wheels has
before
a
you
nick.
even put them on.
Yeah. I'm gonna run it, make sure it works okay. I might order a couple rods too, just because. One thing with the coupler, guys, is you don't want the Z rod, so that threaded rod, set right down against the in the coupler. If you do that, it's sitting and riding right on top of the motor mount, which is not what you want, because then it can't actually do its intended function. So, just food for thought. So this is gonna go just on here. I might have to take some screws off. Maybe. I don't know. Find out. What does Tyler say? We don't. You should get on Twitch with what you're doing. Funny. We're not doing it for money, but funnily enough, funny. We're funny. I am starting a Twitch channel for 3D Makeup. So we will soon be able to join us there. This is just gonna be a little tight against that plate, so I'm just gonna take this plate off. I wish I could leave it on because I already checked the. Let's just do this a little bit and see if I can't coax it. Then you will even be better on Twitch. I'm actually playing with simulcast software right now too, so we don't really have to choose. We can do both. Yay! Alright, that's on there. Sorry, kids. My phone was ringing. Oof. Wow. That can't be right. So these screws are either too long or I put something on backwards. I don't think so.
David, one of my parcels showed up.
Man, like 9 of our dude, it was money. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. So, like, I just put this on the gantry. I'm gonna look at my other ender just to make sure I got the right hand.
Well, thanks,
side.
Allie.
Thanks, man. Sure appreciate that.
Yeah, David's firmware tutorials are very good. They're very thorough.
So we have a problem, kids.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of a big one. I'm gonna have to do some surgery to fix this with a hacksaw. So
Why?
let me enlighten you. One sec. Let's see. I'm gonna switch to my main camera for a sec. Transition. So, this is the gantry piece, okay? And I'm gonna just do this. Turn it this way, so you can see that I've got it on. But do you see this giant scrape mark right here? The screws coming out of the X gantry are too long and crashing into the other piece for the gantry.
Are you sure they're the right screws? There's not smaller screws?
I did not put those ones on. Those are pre-assembled from. That's the because the gantry assembly comes pre-assembled.
Oh.
So the only ones the only thing I added was the this part here. So the screws inside should not be that long, because there's no way that it's gonna miss that gantry every time.
Like, is it the V wheels?
Yeah. So the V wheels here. So these V wheels here, the screws that hold these in, are too long, and they're crashing into this riding part on the side there.
Well, Tyler, feel free to reach out to us either on, like I said, Twitter or emails on our website, and we'll see what we can help you with.
Yep.
What size screws are those, David? Are they M4s or M5s? David? David? Oh, oh, David? Am I muted? Oh, David. I don't think we can hear you anymore. We can see you fine.
Bam. Hey, am I back? Hello. I know I'm back there. I just got to get Greg back on because he'll keep saying David.
Oh,
Am I back? Yeah. My
oh,
interface just
you are
cooked itself.
partially back.
I'm just getting my other feed fixed for
I
Greg.
can't. I
Uh,
can't hear you through Skype,
okay,
but
calling. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties are awesome, and they happen often. I lost my audio interface. I'm just gonna
oh,
get
there you
Greg
go. You're
back
back.
online, and then we are good. Let me just get the right
I can
one.
hear you now.
Okay, beauty. Yeah, sorry, I lost my. I've been having issues with my audio interfaces, and I just got blue smoke from one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not.
it went poof. So, and I'm not gonna. So, if the audio changed, I apologize. It's just through my headset now. But we're good to go. So what? Well, sorry, we'll catch up. It's definitely a quality control thing. What are these? Greg's question was what size?
Yeah, because
I
I have a bunch of screws that I can give you if you need shorter, like M5s or M4s or M3s.
see, they're going to be M5s,
Okay.
and
What length are there? What length do you think you need?
1 second. Doo-doo-doo. What's this? Yeah, so this was a M545. I could get calibers and do this the proper way, but I'm not gonna. So this is a 45, so that's probably a 40 in there. Like 40 is close. So it would like 35 would be too small. So that, like it would have to be a 35 maybe. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
slide this on and get it on there, y'all. Here.
I have 30s
I think 30 would be too small.
because I have 45s and I have 30s. And I
Okay.
have 25s, 20s, 16s, 12s, 8s.
Well, as long as I don't print, actually, folks, 1 sec. Maybe they changed this. Just let me double check. I might have to do this side's fallen a little bit, so that means my wheels are too loose now. I see what they did. Nope, nope, never mind. I see
It's
what they
good?
did. Yep.
All
It's
right.
so they just changed the bracket a little bit. So you can't put it together the same way you would on Ender Pro. So make sure that this goes on first. And then
I
you're
bet you it
okay.
says it in the instructions.
Well, yeah, but that would require reading them, man. And I figured the hundreds we put together were good enough practice. Let's just check this. So I'm just gonna make sure my, yeah, that's okay still. Let's see.
So, Allie, what printers do you have?
Yeah, curiosity.
And Tyler, what besides the Ender, is that the only printer you have?
If it is, we're not judging.
Uh, Hi, my name is Greg, and I have a 3D printing problem.
Hi, my name is David, and this is now my fifth.
Well, you got to catch up, David, because I have 6.
Oh no, wait, this is my sixth, yo.
Oh, see now we're
Yeah,
tied.
tied. And Vinny's still catching up to us. So I'm just helping it down by turning the coupler. Just so y'all know, I have not um, hooked any of the steppers up yet. I always do that last because, as all of us know, stepper motors are also electrical generators. So while you're hooking everything up, you probably don't want your printer to be actuating your stepper drivers, backfeeding the board, and blowing up. Ooh, let's just use this. This is better. Uh-huh. Yes.
I was almost in my car driving over screws to you.
I appreciate that, son. I appreciate that. Let's just check this side. Aha! So lots of people are, recommend machining squares, which is totally cool. To level your X gantry. However, they give you this lovely filament holder, and you can just use that, put it underneath one side, check your height, check your height on the other side. On an ender, if your height's off, it means one of like three things really: that your base was not level, that your X gantry, when you put the side pieces on, these were not squared, so these were a little loose. Or when you put the uprights on, these were not squared, so they were turned or tipped, and then you sunk the screw. So when you're making the ender, Luke Hatfield has a guide um, on putting together an ender, which you can, it's readily available on the forum or the Facebook page, I should say, the Creality Facebook page. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with just doing what I did, making sure you're square, um, and then you're set. So now I'm happy. This looks good. It's going all the way to the edge of the bed, which it should now, all the way back and forth. I'm just gonna check the V wheels on this, so I'm holding that tight, and those seem really good. And it's moving really good on the gantry. So the next step would be put the belt on and I can button up the top. So let's button up the top, shall we? Now, on this one, which I appreciate, I'm just gonna zoom. So there's one part of the aluminum profile here you can see the silver edging. So that's been bored out to accept the screw because the screw actually doesn't fit inside of that. So if you have it the other way, you can force it in, but you're gonna wreck the profile. So, Ali, what printers do you have? Wow. You know what? I'm quite happy that it wasn't a QC issue that it looked like, um, and it was just a bit of a bracket change. So hey, that is good. It's good, 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 good. But in the future, a good solution to that would be put other size screws on and put a proper stopper at the end, and then you don't run into that. So when I do the top up, I leave it slightly loose, sink all the screws in, and then start from the outside and go in. But whatever makes you happy, you could do it that way. Let's see here. So what was your last printer, Greg? I forget.
The last printer?
Yeah, was that the Legend or
My
no, your Sear?
no, the last printer was my Facebook find,
Yeah.
and I went to Calgary and I got a Ender, or sorry, a CR10 V2 for $169.
It's ridiculous. Like even Black Friday sale, it was still the V2 was on sale on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and it was 450.
Yeah, it's and then I've got to do a video up, but I've designed a new housing. I don't have a lot of space where I set them up, and so I have the power supply and control board and everything mounted underneath the printer. So it's more like the Pro. It's got the screen out front and then all the electronics underneath. So they're out of the way.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And then I've got the one just before that was my Ender 3 Pro.
Hmm. I remember that one.
And then someone said it was broken. They brought me a MakerBot Replicator 2.
Hmm.
and I was able to take it apart, reinstall the extruder the correct way, and made a new fan for it, cooling fan, and it's prints pretty darn good actually. I'm very surprised. I was tempted to put an SKR board in it,
That's that. You know what?
but
That's actually a question that I see all the time. Is like, oh, hey, can I upgrade my Anycubic with an SKR board? The answer is always yes. You could put any board in any printer.
yeah. So that being said, I took my SKR board that came in the Legend, and I installed that in the Creality the Creality CR10 V2.
Right, right,
So
yeah.
I actually and then I took the board that was in Creality and I put it in the Legend.
You
So
rebel,
the
you.
Legend, yeah. So I've got a few Frankenstein switch around
Feed my
printers, but yeah,
Frankenstein. I like it. And like, um, I get like with mine, like I have an Ender 3 Pro. You guys know that, I'm sure. We've talked about it. However, do I have an Ender 3 Pro? No.
well,
It's
once
so.
once you've switched everything off of it, it's no longer now. Now I got to say, besides changing the main board out,
Mhm.
um, I have not changed anything with the hot end. I do have an all metal extruder on my ender, which matches the CR10's all metal extruder.
Mhm.
And I have not changed any of the factory cooling or anything on the CR10 either. So I did change the main boards, but I've got the same screens. So I mainly did it to quiet them down.
Yeah. And like with mine, the shroud, the aluminum shroud is still the same. That's about it. Everything else, I guess you could. The stepper drivers are also the same. So we'll see how well this Z stop works. It's so I should have showed it, but it's the exact same keyed Z stop that you see on the current pros. You know, it
Yeah.
has the bottom lip, so we'll see how that works. The T-nut spun nice and good, so that's good. I've got two extra.
Chat quieted down. No one's talking.
Hello. People are still there. They're just watching intently. They're they're waiting. Hello, chat. Um, I've got two extra M screws here that I'm not really 100% sure why they're. Oh, I know why they're extra. They're not extra. Mm-mm.
I bet you they're for your
Yep, the spool holder.
spool holder.
Yep. So they give you some extra PTFE fittings, which I love, um, because these things
So that
are
one has
cheap.
the plastic extruder or the metal one.
This one, the only thing that I could say about this one that I don't like about the upgraded feel is that it does have the plastic extruder. However, it has the plastic extruder that's adjustable.
So one thing I'm wondering is with the some of the pro ones, they had the Bondtech double geared extruder.
It will be metal soon. Yeah, she knows.
Um,
She knows.
but a lot of like I've seen other printers put them on, but Creality has metal extruders, but they don't put them on.
No,
Like
well,
you think the V2
would be worthy
that
of a
would have
metal.
been one of the upgrades, right?
And you can't fault them per se because it's still like the Ender 3 Pro even. So this is the V2, so technically it's a step below the Pro, I guess, but it's not. You know what I mean? In
Well,
theory, in line.
it's kind of the pro.
But like the thing is the V2, like it's still a budget printer, so I understand when, um, I understand that what they're trying to do and what they're trying to get around, but I totally 100% agree. Like with a revamp, something simple as the $15 metal extruder that probably costs them about $4. Ooh, that one's gonna be tricky. Let's see if we can do this. Gotta get the belt on.
Like I spent I don't even remember how much it was, like
$5,
20
20
bucks
bucks.
or less.
Well, the one that I'm looking at now is the same one as those red ones, and yeah, the Ender 5 Pro comes with the, yeah, it does, right? And even the Ender 3 Pro did not come with one.
Yeah, so like I
it
don't know why they don't put the metal extruders on. Like it's not
mm, it's not an end all
maybe
be.
I guess maybe it is, when you're selling a million, it comes out to a lot of money, I guess.
I
But
guess, but I mean, you can recoup it by charging the $5 more for the part. Like I understand it. It is a failure point. Lots of people, lots of people have had issue with it.
did you
So,
or now the V2
mhm.
um and the V3, well the V2 has a metal extruder.
The which? Oh, for the
Well, at least if it has the metal, maybe the guy just upgraded it. Because
V2 does
actually,
not have the
to
metal
tell you the
extruder.
truth, when I got it, there was a plastic extruder in the box. So he must have upgraded it before I got it from him.
Yeah, that's all it was. So, again, Greg got a sick deal. All right, that
And
weighs
I think
through.
the Legend has a plastic one, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Legend is plastic too. There's nothing wrong per se with those plastics, but they give,
The
right?
No,
And
the Legends is metal.
is it really? I'm gonna look at
Should
it. Sorry,
stick it.
guys, I'm looking at it. Mine's plastic.
Mine's black metal.
Hmm. I see.
They should be the same.
Well, no, because remember the one was like an upgraded, oops, we screwed up model?
Yeah, but I didn't change the extruder.
But maybe they did.
Are you are you sure your Legend doesn't have a metal one and you just looked at it and it looked black?
Okay, I'll go look again
And
in a second. Okay, I'm gonna
I think
tap
your
it.
video's froze. I think your video's frozen.
My
Oh no,
video?
maybe not.
No, we're
No, it's
okay.
not. Never mind.
It has
It's
a
not.
big 3D make it over my face. Sorry, guys. That is not metal. That's plastic. I tapped it.
Hmm, weird. I don't know why I have a metal one.
They like you more. All right, so just gonna tip this guy
Don't
like
I
this.
don't understand.
We're gonna get this.
Unless I bought a metal one. Let me look at my Amazon.
Is it silver or black?
It's black.
Weird. I've seen black ones on Amazon, so maybe you did buy it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeesh, come on. Come on, little guy, go home. You want to go home? You want to go home. Go home. There you go. Yay, I went home. We'll just do the other side, and life will be good. Okay, so before we do the other side, let's
No.
just keep this a little taut. Aha! The
Ah,
last piece.
look at that. I ordered an extruder.
Aha! Greg put it on. Yeah, like the metal extruders increase um, the overall life, I guess, of your your printer. So there's
See,
only
I
one
I had
screw in
it,
there.
it was long enough ago that I forgot.
Yours has to have it. No. But yeah, no. Okay, so this goes on like. Let's look in the manual and see what they say which way this goes. I will look at the manual.
So Dominic, do you is that your only printer, the Ender 5? If you're still with us.
I think he might be. And a 5's a nice printer. I enjoy it. His is the Pro.
Now, the Ender 5 Pro, does that have the bigger print bed? Like it's not 235 by 235, it's slightly bigger, isn't it?
The Pro is the bigger one, yeah. Or he says no. Oh, the Max is it's the Max.
Oh yeah, it's the Max, the Ender 5
The
Pro Max or something
yeah.
or something.
Yep.
Now, the Ender 5, that's not Core XY, but it's
It's
in the
not
Core
true.
XY
Yeah.
format.
Yeah, it's not true. It doesn't use Corex like kinematics.
The Plus is the bigger one. Yeah. Okay. I've heard that they sell kits to convert the Ender 5 to Core XY.
They do indeedly.
That's the one kind of print. Sorry, that's not the one kind. There's two kinds of printers I don't have.
What, Greg?
I don't have a Core XY,
Uh-huh.
and I don't have a Delta.
What?
I know.
How come no? I'm just kidding. I have
Because I
all of
love my
them.
wife,
Yeah.
and I don't want a divorce.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Is she behind you again?
No, it's not. And she doesn't watch the stream, so
I think Stacy's watching.
it's not for brownie points.
Oh, I have to use the tweezers. I might have to use the tweezers because my fingers don't feel enough for this. Yeah, we're gonna use the tweezers. Just getting the X in. Uh-oh, Stacy sent googly eyes.
Well, it's not for brownie points because she doesn't watch the stream, Stacy. Honest.
Uh-huh. Yay, Anycubic to the rescue. There we go.
Maybe she should. Maybe she should. Yes, I agree.
Maybe. Come on, go in your hole.
But
Yay!
I have all her Christmas presents in here, and she never comes into the 3D printing room, so she can't find them.
Yeah, but now you've just given that away. Oh no. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotta
but
take something apart.
Stacy's not gonna tell her.
Well,
Right,
no, but I
Stacy?
mean, what if she's watching the stream? Then you're hooped. Where'd the others go? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay, the other one should be tight enough, so let's go with that.
So David, do you have some isopropyl alcohol?
Oh man, I think I have the
Because
most amount of isopropyl as like anybody right now.
because that sticky film that they put on the glass bed,
Yeah.
you got to clean it like 3 times to get all the yuck off of it so that your prints stick to the glass. Once it's cleaned off really good, works really good. Don't do it, Stacy. Don't text her. Don't do it.
She's done it. One thing I've learned is Stacy likes to, text people. Especially when she knows where their Christmas presents are. You're so hooked. Let's see here.
Well, I'm not going to show you what they are because then
Well, yeah.
she'll know.
Who thinks Greg should show
No,
Christmas
not
presents?
happening.
We're taking a vote. It's up to the audience right now.
There. This is what I'll give her. I'll give her a smart plug. That's what I'll give her.
All right, guys, we're getting to the end of this one. I just got the belt tensioner on. I got to loop the one piece back in. And then I'll put all the tools in the drawer. And then we have a printer. This is the last new piece they sent, Greg. They actually send a nice little filament.
Oh, the
Side.
knob.
Yeah. And it is like they put a brass bushing inside of it.
Oh, so it fits on there nice and.
Well, in theory, we'll see. I'll let you know. Oh yeah, it does. It's not a tight fit. It just kind of sits on it. I don't see any like grub screws or anything like that. So it literally just sits on top of it, and that's it.
That's all right.
So let's get this last piece in, and then so I'm just gonna move to book. Yeah, and we'll get some prints off of it. Oh yeah, it's a nice little drawer. This one, so this one clearly has registration keys inside of the printer, but the CR6 has magnets on the back.
Lightspeed, thanks for retweeting our stream.
Yeah, man. Thank you, thank you. One notable difference I should say too is on the CR, or on the Ender Pro 3, Ender Pro, or on the Ender, the screen mounts to the front of this rail here. On this one, the screen mounts to the side of the printer. So they give you three T-nuts to basically mount the screen on the side, and then you can pop it off and put it wherever you want, kind of. The screen comes off. I'm not sure what use case I have for that, but it does come off.
Well,
so,
man, Lightspeed just got a huge box of filament.
where from?
I'm looking at his Twitter.
I'm jealous.
Like, yeah, it looks like pretty nice stuff too.
Nice. Let's get this other one. Nope.
It came from Sweden.
His filament came from Sweden?
Yeah. Filament Frenzy. No, what it? No, it's Add North 3D.
Okay, let's get this on here. You want to go home. Go to your home. There we go.
Looks like pretty stuff. They got some nice stuff.
Get out of your home. This isn't your real home. Come
I'm checking them out.
on. What was it called? Icy?
No, Add North 3D.
There you go. That's your real home. Right there. And then we'll get the other one in its real home.
Wow, looks like nice stuff.
How much?
Well, I don't know how much it is to actually ship it because it comes from, looks like it comes from like Norway or Sweden or something.
Oh man, I gotta say this tensioning thing, so nice. So nice. I think we're good.
XPLA, EPLA, PETG. Let's look at their. Ooh, they got some nice colors. They have a really nice bag it comes in. It's like a Ziploc bag. It says $20, but I don't know if that's 20 euros or 20 US dollars is what it is.
Whew.
Can we change it to Canadian dollars? Probably not.
Everything's in US. That's just that's 27 right now. So.
Man, they're nice looking filament.
Send it that way. Boing boing. A little more. Boing boing. Okay, that's good there. Oof.
2.3 kilogram or 750 grams.
Oof.
That's an interesting roll size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a little bit of a catch in here. Where's the flat spot? Is that flat?
Looks like it might be nice stuff.
I have to give it a whirl. Okay, friendo. Let's get this up and over
We'll have
this
to
way
say,
where it
add
should
north,
be.
send some to the Great White North.
Yeah, share the love. People can no, that's no, wrong. That's where's the love.
They're a startup company. Do they make their own?
They gotta. I've heard good things about Coke's filament. I've never heard of that filament brand. Where
Well,
are they out of?
they're new. Well, that's what I'm just trying to
Well, no,
determine.
Dominic just said coax. Coax?
Where's that filament from, Dominic? They're Norway or Sweden.
Swedish?
Swedish filament.
Dominic says it is from the U.S. The U.S. of A.
C-O-E.
I always hate this one because you gotta go in, you gotta go back out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh man, I got GFS, yo. Let's see here.
Holy cow!
What?
$80 for well, that's TPE.
That's still
Okay.
pretty expensive for TVE.
Well, let's see what they have. Let's see if they have PLA. Let's see what their PLA is. Oh, that's reasonable.
What's reasonable?
$23.99 US for and they've got that's aqua blue.
That's pretty good.
Uh,
That's good price, yeah.
they have some pretty nice, decent colors.
Oh, I hate this end stop. This is my least favorite cable to plug in on all of these Crealities. Well, we got the site says they ship from only USA. What about your Canadian friends?
I would buy so much stuff from USA places and ship it to the border, but the border's closed, so I
Yeah,
can't get across.
that's the last road trip we made down there, wasn't it? For some gears.
Well, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that was the last one I went down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the last time I
yeah.
was there too. The time before that was Vegas. So
Ooh.
yeah, Viva
But Philip,
Las Vegas.
we have Spool 3D here that we've ordered from filaments.ca. We've ordered from
Yep.
what's the other place you were just putting an
Digit
order in?
Maker.
Digit Makers, yes.
Yeah, they have good prices and they carry a lot of like the American brand stuff. So we can
Well,
get
not and they
Protopasta.
have Prusament too.
Yeah, and they also have Prusament. Oh, come on, you stupid cable. Greg, I need 9-year-old hands here. Stat.
Well, my youngest is 13.
Too big. Too
So
big. Need smaller fingers. This is driving me nuts. Oh. Okay. Yep. We're almost there, everybody. This is painful. It's like literally the last one. Usually I fidget it in with a screwdriver, but this one is being belligerent. Oh, there we go. Did it! And the peasants rejoiced. All right, so we got one mostly assembled ender. Ready to print anyway. So let's go this way. And we'll put the screen on. We're good. So this rolls. Oh yeah, the bed is catching. It's got a good catch right there. Stops. So the wheels could be too tight. Does
So yeah,
Creality glass have a coating that wears off? Actually,
so it does. It has a textured coating,
let's take it off.
and it will only really wear off if you are leveled wrong and you gouge it. But other than that, once you clean it up real nice with isopropyl alcohol, um, things stick to it real nice, and when they cool down, they pop right off. So it's nice. It's nice stuff.
It's basically, it's like borosilicate, so it's pitted borosilicate glass, and yeah, it's got something on there, but you can tell that I could not print on this right now. Like it's,
Yeah, you got to clean all that off real good.
yeah, it would not print. So I'm just gonna line that up and snap the bed clip back on there, and we're okay there. We'll snap the front one. So they give you these like Swiss clamps instead of the 90-year-old binder clip technology.
Yeah, I do like the way they clip on now. It's nice.
So I've got
Um,
all my steppers hooked up now. I just want to make sure that that one is, yeah, that one is, yeah. So I'm going to put the screen on, and then we'll
if
figure
you've
out
seen
this
the
bed.
any cubic build surface, it's the same kind of stuff. Like
Like the,
any of a lot of the glass surfaces has it's kind of like it's glass, but then it has the black. What did you call it, David?
borosilicate glass.
Or acrylic, so it's
Yeah.
got a coating on it.
Um, you got to be careful though. Like, if you're running something that does have like PEI or built or something similar, using ISO on it will take off the PEI.
So is yours a glass surface, Dominic, on your Ender 5? Is it a glass surface? The glass surface, or is it the is it like the other Enders with the kind of the floppy
He says yes, glass.
plastic one?
Used to use, what did he say? Mine doesn't seem to work as well as it
So
used
it's
to.
glass. So get yourself, if you can find it. Right now, it's gonna be hard. I don't. If you don't already have isopropyl alcohol, like get the highest concentration you can get. Like I have. This is like 99% here. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, and I have
Um,
99% too.
so soak it down really good, and then just use like paper towel and just wipe it clean, and then do it one more time. Wipe it clean, because grease from your hands, previous prints, all that build up, and then it doesn't stick very well. So once I've cleaned it off, it works really well.
So I am going to be sending a warranty request in.
Oh
Um, the reason it's binding on the bottom is the wheels got chewed up in shipping.
yeah, you should see if they'll send you new
So
wheels.
it's new. We'll see what they do. I would hope they do. We could show them the YouTube link.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, we built this live.
Then they'll know where my wife's Christmas presents are.
Yeah, then your hoop, they'll come get them first. I wipe it down with IPA before every print. If IPA seems if IPA isn't doing the trick, you can try a little tiny bit of Dawn dish soap in some water. Doesn't have to be Dawn. Could be Sunlight or whatever you can get your hands on right now. Just a little bit and some water. Wipe it down. Let that dry, and then try a print. the bed might actually accept some stuff then. Oh, I can't see. I
Yeah.
gotta tip it up, y'all. I'm tipping it. Sorry. All you're seeing is tippy camera in the little David view. That's okay. That's in.
Now, if I've had it not working, I will spray a little hairspray on it. Like if
Hmm?
I really make like when I did my Mandalorian helmet, which is upstairs right now, um, I didn't want the corners to warp at all. I just because it was a 70-hour print, so I just sprayed kind of the area that I knew the thin pieces were going to be on with just a very light coating of hairspray,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I
So
still got the
if
and
you're in,
and 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 it stuck really well. And then afterwards, I just cleaned it about 4 times with isopropyl alcohol to get all the hairspray off. But once I got all that off, and it's printing fine again with just without anything.
yeah.
I was paranoid that it would warp, and I didn't want it to.
There's nothing wrong with a little paranoia. I think the one thing too to remember, like so in the States, if you can get your hands, go to Walmart, and it's the dirt cheapest shampoo down, or hairspray down there, Aquanet. The stuff is a miracle on 3D printers. I mean, if you're printing something that, like for example, like PETG, you're going to want to use an intermediary for
Like glue
PETG.
stick or
Yeah, because if you print PETG straight on the glass, it can just tear the glass off the bed.
yeah.
The polymer binds to the glass, and that's it. Um, now, PLA though. I mean, it should stick. Do you have that flex plate? Like we use those flex plates, right?
Oh yeah.
The So we
So
have
this
PI. Little Greg will show you.
you're gonna yeah.
Here, hold on. I'll make you
So
Big Greg.
all right.
We're sending Greg to Big Greg Town now.
So this is it's a metal flex plate. We got this at Spool 3D, but you can get it probably anywhere. It's got a textured surface. I think it has a PEI coating,
Yeah, PEI.
um, and works really well. And then it will stick to the magnet that's on the ender. It works really well.
Um,
I've got two. I've got 2 of them.
and like
Um,
those uh so like the Vision nanopolymer and stuff, yeah, those work great. But like you say, um they're expansive, right? I think is the big
Now,
drawback.
what typically are you printing? Do you want to switch back to
Yeah,
the other view?
I switched now.
What typically are you printing? Like, if you're just doing PLA, I mean, it'll pretty much stick if your temperature on your bed's good. But if are you doing like PETG or are you doing something else? Dominic, what are you typically printing with?
A 3D printer. Hey-yo.
And PETG, yeah, yeah, PETG. You might want to use something a little stronger, but PLA should stick pretty good.
Yeah, I would think it would be fine, but I mean, I've heard some things about the coating coming off of these build plates too, exactly as you were describing over
Yeah, and
time.
I think it also depends where you are. Um, how humid it is, that sort of thing. I don't know what part of the country you're in, so I don't know if you're in a colder climate or a hot, dry climate, humid climate. I'm not sure.
We could bring you Christmas presents if we knew. Just kidding. We're not Santa Claus. All right, come off. There we go. Dominic says Chicago. That's my worst Chicago.
Chicago.
That's my worst Chicago accent ever.
Yeah, that's
I
not a good accent.
I already apologized,
So,
Dominic.
so you're on the lakes, so the Great Lakes, right? Chicago's on the Great Lakes, isn't it? Not?
And it's kind of humid down there. Yeah. More humid than here, that's for
Isn't it?
sure. I don't know.
Yeah, so it'd be more humid.
Yeah. He says, "You, us Canadians, learning all about America."
Yeah, so I don't know if I don't know.
We're gonna put the tools in the toolbox. The only thing that won't fit in there is the scraper. It's not as deep as the one on the CR6. So the scraper and the nippers will not fit in that toolbox.
You did get nippers?
Yep. The only thing that's not part of this is these pliers that came with the um, CR10. But you get nippers. So yeah, you get all the tools except needle nose pliers and tweezers. All right, I'm gonna fire this on. At least let's see it turn on, right? That's my theory. Before I do that, let's lower the bed, shall we?
I thought you already did.
I tightened them a bit, but I didn't go all the way. The most important part of every 3D printer build, lower the bed so you don't crash the nozzle when it's homing.
I don't know if Tyler's still here, but putting stronger springs on the Ender 3 Pro.
Mm.
What kind of springs are on there, David? Are they the yellow ones or blue
No,
ones?
these are just the normal ones. So they're the
Okay.
white ones, silver ones.
I
But
got yellow ones for you.
awesome, that will go on. I'll probably change the wheels and put the yellow ones on all at the same time. Do you remember him about
Yeah.
whatever he wanted?
So
Oh yeah, the power supply. Yeah, good call, Stacy. Greg wasn't gonna remind me. I remember I told you to
did you
remind me,
remind
and
him about
Stacy.
whatever you wanted to remind him about?
Yeah, I told you
What
to
what?
remind me about flipping the power supply.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, remember
Make sure
to.
it's 110.
Okay, so we will do this. Maybe we will do this. Maybe
I'm running out of springs, David. I only have enough for
four more
like two more
printers.
printers.
Oh no,
Two more.
two? Oh man, there's no
Here,
power under
these
there.
because these ones are yours right here.
Ooh, why? Thank you, guys. I really want to turn this on, but I don't have any power right here. This is gonna prove problematic. Oh yeah, yeah. Some nice yellow bed springs.
Yes.
Okay, I see one power. I'm gonna switch it back to Greg for a second. To Greg.
These are David's new springs, and
Ooh,
he'll be getting them soon.
awesome. You know what? I'm gonna unplug the Alexa. There we go. That seems safe. Okay, so let's turn everybody back now to build. And there we go. Hi everybody, we're back. So I'm just looking at the power supply now, and it is definitely set to 230 volts. And so we'll just flip it. That should be good. And all the lights in the room dim.
Does it say Creality on it, or does it say Ender?
When it boot up, it said Creality. Um, let's do this.
Well, turn it towards you, because
Well, no, I like see. Look, whoa. I'm gonna try something crazy, guys.
you're gonna switch to a third camera.
Now I'm gonna zoom in on this one. Let's see how it works.
It'll probably be pixely.
Maybe. I could also grab that camera. Oh. Hold on. I think it froze it.
I
We'll
think
try one
that's
more
all the
time.
way.
Well, that was only like 5%. We're gonna try this. If we can't, we won't. It's gonna be in our full video. Yeah, that's the closest. Um, hmm. Let's cancel this. Let's cancel this. So I'm just gonna bring the camera down a bit here, folks. But as to not make you seasick, here's Greg.
Hi, I'm your not seasick person that will entertain you while he moves his camera.
do do do
And
do do do.
here's a big tree tech duck to entertain you
Oh, quack
along with
quack.
me. Yeah.
Right, let's just see here. So, can I do this and this
Oh,
and this?
David, you were asking me if I had any nozzles that, and I have a couple for you if you need to borrow one.
Greg's got nozzles. Oh, his video switched again. You are now slightly smaller, Greg.
Oh,
That's
well.
okay. Back to here. So, I zoomed the camera in. It worked on the fly, remember?
Yeah, it looks good.
Totally.
It's
So, here, let's I'll turn it off again so you can see. And on. Ooh, so we got it takes a
ooh,
second for it to
fancy.
catch up, but yeah. So we got the crowd. You can see my mic here. It's a little wobbly, but that's okay. It's got a shock mount.
Oh, oh, I see a pull tab.
Oh yeah. Ready? Ready? Here goes. Oh yeah. And that's why we all build printers. Right there. The pull tab. But yeah, so the screen is just when you rotate the knob, it goes through
It
the menu
selects each of
items.
the.
Yeah. And it's very similar to the other, like the old.
Looks pretty snappy though.
It is like it's super fast. Let's grab info. So it's telling us that it's running uh, firmware version 1.0.2 from Creality. So that's a mystery number. It's also telling us that the print size on the bed is 220 by 220 by 250. Let's see if that's a lie, shall we? Do you think it's a lie still?
Yeah, it's probably 235 by 235.
Put this here. Put that there. Okay.
If the nozzle can reach every part of the bed, then it's a lie.
It's definitely a lie, and the nozzle can definitely reach. So this is still 235 by 235. So if you're looking at the CR6, they try to tell you that this is only 220, and that's why you should buy the CR6. So yeah, but it has all the same stuff in here. So if we go into control, we can control temperature, motion. We've got the SD card reader. I don't have the SD card in it. It's still in the bag. I have to make the Raspberry Pi for this guy too. But it has all the standard Marlin functions in it, right? You can reset, you can read. So you can do your M501, M502, and M503 right from the board. So yeah, that's cool. I'm not going to go very much further with it. We won't print with it tonight. Once I do get it printing, we'll take a time lapse and stuff like that. So let's. I got to fix Greg again, and then we'll say our
No, I'm
font.
fine. You don't have to
Oh,
fix me.
I'm fixing you. Guys, I have to fix Greg. It's only the nice thing to do. There. It's easy. It's quick. Ta-da! There we both are. We're on the screen together. We're sharing, because sharing is caring. All
All
right.
right. Well,
Hey,
I
guys.
think we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
been real.
hanging out and chatting with us, everyone.
Yeah, if you got questions about the printer, about any printer, you can hit us up. Or Marlin, right? We talked a little Marlin, but thanks for coming. Thanks, Greg, for coming.
Hey, well, it was cool hanging out with you tonight.
Yeah, we had fun. All right, guys. So until next
All right.
time, have a good one. See
Bye.
ya.